Alright, welcome back guys to another episode. Today we're going to be doing a review on our Bush Wrapz protective film that we've put on our 200 series Landcruiser. Now we've had this protective film on our 200 series for about 18 months now, and I have actually done an install video of it. If you look back in all our videos you'll see, and I've also done a pretty early review on it. We probably had it on for maybe 1 or 2 months, and then we did a bit of a review, so this is now an 18-month review, and we're actually about to pull this off. So it'll be interesting to see what's actually underneath, whether it's held up to what it says it does. We've definitely taken this car on a lot of rough tracks, and as you can see we've got a fair bit of damage to the sides. We've got some damage along the parts that haven't been coated. Even up on the bull bar's got a little bit of scraping, so it definitely cops a flog in this car. So it'd be interesting to see what happens when we pull this protective coat off and see what's actually underneath and see whether it holds up. Now, as you can see here, we've actually had a bit of damage to the protective coating. It was peeling a little bit after a little while, and I've actually hit it with the high pressure cleaner when I was cleaning the car. So it has had a bit of damage here, but that is the only bit of damage on the wrap, and that's obviously not an issue with the wrap itself. It was just the fact that I've hit underneath these edges with a high pressure cleaner. So if we look down the car, we can see that you can see the parts that do have the wrap and don't have the wrap. So goes all the way up the back here, protects it a fair bit. Now this bumper doesn't get any protection, nor does the rear bar. You can see it's obviously had a few scrapes here. It's had a bit of a rough life. So if we look down the other side of the car, we can see that there's definitely some scratches along here. I don't know if it comes up that well in the video. You can see that it's up here. Big scratches here. This one's gone all the way along across 2 panels, and the door handles don't get wrapped either, so you can see that they've sustained a fair bit of damage. Another big scratch along here, bit of dirt there from the fuel, that's all right. And as you can see, this one's actually cut into the material, so this would have been a really sharp stick here. And then we've got a few more across the fuel flap and a couple back there. So another big long one here, you can see that. So this is going to be quite interesting to see when we take this off, how well it's held up. Alright, so when we remove the film off this, it does recommend using a heat gun to just loosen up the edges so you can actually peel it off a bit, and then just work your way along as it's peeling, just to use a heat gun. Now I don't have a heat gun. Time to bring out the big guns. I've got the Beard Heater 3000. So you can see here where the protective panel, or the protecting coating, hasn't been. Wow. Now you can see the difference there. There's a lot of scratches there. Clean as a whistle. You can see the edge here, the older dirt marks and things like that. You definitely see the difference. So we've had these on for, as I say, 18 months and probably about 80,000 Ks worth of driving. You can see where all the scratches are on the door handles. Not a thing on these panels. Absolutely gorgeous. That's incredible. Once again, you can see all the scratches on the door handle where it's been covered. Not a thing. Now, when we did get this wrapped, I had the car cut and polished before we did it, and then I think we waited about a week and then installed it, so definitely you can see the difference. Alright, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a little bit of adhesive left over here on the panel from pulling this one off. Now the only difference is I didn't use the heat gun with this, and also this side of the car hasn't been sitting in the sun, so you can see that it's all fairly well shaded here. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'll turn the car around and I'll leave it in the sun for a good 10 or 15 minutes. So this side, completely in the sun, and that's peeled off in about 2 minutes. So really easy on this side, and there's not a single bit of residue left. Silky smooth. So I'm going to turn the car around, let it sit for a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we'll try it again. Alright, you can definitely see these scratches a bit more now. And I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, not all the way through, but you can definitely feel an indent. So this one's going to be interesting to do. Let's peel it off now and have a look. It's been sitting in the sun now for about 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, look at that. Super easy. So you can see the scratches in the film, but not on the paint. So the film's pretty scratched up, you can see. Oh, I don't know my own strength. That's how tough these things are. You can just lean on that. And I'm a good at least 75 kilos from the waist up. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to protect you. Really wishing I did the handles now and did everything a bit more thoroughly, but anyway. Oh, there goes. It's a tiny bit of discoloration there, but there's no scratch. You can see that film. Look at how much scratches are on that film. I don't know if that's coming out or not, but there's a ton of scratches on there. Didn't even look like they were on there to start with. There we go. Look at the difference. The other thing as well we've noticed, and we wish we'd done differently, is all these stone chips. Now I think if this wrap came down and then went underneath the car, which obviously if you get a proper install will do, not just the DIY kits, all this would be protected as well. So that's just from the fuel cap. See how many scratches are on that. That's crazy. So this was the panel here that had tons of these big scratches on there on the wrap, and there's not a mark on that. And here you see once again the difference. Obviously, you haven't washed it too thoroughly, but give the old lick method. You still see all the scratches. I have to buff that out. Alright, well there you have it. That's the review of our Bush Wrapz wrap on our 200 series, and as you can tell from me going through it, I'm pretty impressed with this. Once again, if I had any concerns or any things I'd do differently, would be to get the full wrap. You can get a proper wrap of the car which goes all around the corners, all over the door handles, under the handles, everything like that. I would definitely recommend doing that if you're going to be doing like a long, like a lap like we have. That was 18 months worth of going through scrub, things like that. At the time, all I could do, we had to leave, I was doing the DIY install myself. So yeah, I'd recommend that maybe if you're only going out every now and then, every weekend, second weekend. But if you're living full time, traveling full time, going through the tracks, I definitely recommend Bush Wrapz, the full wrap. Go get it done, installed properly. It might cost you a couple of grand or whatever, but it's definitely worth it. This paint, it just looks incredible underneath, absolutely incredible. So yeah, thanks for watching, hope you liked it. Make sure to leave a comment, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. And if you got any questions or anything else like that, just sing out, give us a yell. Got a few other videos coming up about the 200 series and about all of our travels and things like that, summed up of what we've done. But stay posted, we'll get them out to you soon.